What's up, what's up, what's up, y'all? Hey. Did you hear that? What's up, y'all? Sorry. Just wanted you to listen. It is Wednesday, April 29th. We made it another day. Today we're talking about taking a chance on ourselves. Take a chance on you. I'm gonna take a chance on me. Why? Because we deserve it. It's about time. Only way we can trust ourselves is by trusting ourselves. You get? Okay, listen. Time to wake up. Come on, wake up, wake up, wake up. Let's dance.
But it's time to get, but it's time to get, but it's time to get up. Yeah, it's time to get moving. It's time to get up. Yeah, it's time to get moving. Hey, I'm up, I'm up, I'm up, I'm up. I'm up, I'm up, I'm up, I'm up. Come on, I'm up, I'm up, I'm up, I'm up.
Calm down is when I dance in.
In the shoulders, in the shoulders, in the shoulders. In the shoulders, in the shoulders, in the shoulders. In the shoulders, in the shoulders, in the shoulders. And the only time I'm down is when I'm dancing. In my knees, in my knees, in my knees, ayy. In my knees, in my knees, in my knees, ayy. In my knees, in my knees, in my knees, ayy.
And the only time I'm down is when I dance in.
In my feet, in my feet, in my feet, ayy. In my feet, in my feet, in my feet, ayy. In my feet, in my feet, in my feet, ayy. And the only time I'm down is when I'm dancing. In my back, in my back, in my back now. In my back, in my back, in my back now. In my back, in my back, in my back now. It's time to get up. Yeah. It's time to get moving. It's time to get up. Yeah. It's time to get moving. Hey. So come on, everybody, get up.
Mute version that I was just giving you, but I was rapping. I'm like, good morning, peeps out here in these streets. That was my new. You didn't hear that because it was on mute, and there's a good chance that I probably shouldn't have repeated it and had taken the fact that this video was on mute as a sign. No, but listen, y'all. It's good morning, peeps out here in these streets. What you think? Peeps out here in these streets. I'm doing the best that I can. This is your morning coffee and comedy and laughter and everything else. So listen, today is episode 13. You would think by the 13th so that I can. Are we back? Are we back, Chet? Chet, help me. Chet, let me know. Are we back? Yeah. I done had a rap for y'all. I done had a flow. It's all out the dough. No, I'm still feeling it. I'm still feeling it. So this is what I learned. This is what I'm going to do. And you tell me what you think now that you can hear me. Good morning, peeps in these streets. The first time I did it when y'all was on mute, it landed really good. Thank you for staying with us. My name is comedian Allison Moore. You are watching the More Laughing in the Morning Show. The More Laughing in the Morning Show is supposed to be your perfect blend of lifestyle, motivation, and comedy. Right now, it is a wonderful way to start your day and see that you ain't out here alone trying to figure it out. We all trying to figure it out. Your girl trying to figure it out because in my mind, this is going to be a morning talk show on TV. Myself and 7 other wonderful people are working a system so that we can create wonderful content that's like motivational and comedic and I don't know. I feel like it's a little suspenseful. Put it on TV in the morning, right? Like, you know, the morning. Meanwhile, while we on that journey, your girl trying to figure out how to use all of this studio stuff because social distancing says I got to do it by myself. But as with the title of this episode, the episode is Take a Chance on You, and so that is what I'm doing. Clearly, I don't want to. And every single day, I realize that taking a chance on me is risky. But guess what? Who else is going to do it? Who else is going to take a chance on me? Girl, if I was watching this, I wouldn't take a chance on me. But sometimes that's what you got to do. You got to take a chance on yourself. That was not on my notes, but it is working because that's a part of building trust. So this week we've been focusing on trusting ourselves, and we know that trust, like with any relationship, the trust relationship with us and us requires work. It requires time. It requires that what's the word? Fortitude. Is that the word I want? Perseverance. It requires pain because we be hurting our own selves and our own feelings. You know that, right? We let ourselves down and we got to trust again. But the only way we can do it is through actions. And so I really want to encourage you to take a chance on yourself. Let that be the action today. Make sure that today is the day where you like, you know what, I'm worth betting on. Even if I keep messing up on this sound, I'm going to get up tomorrow and do it again. Still I rise. Today is episode 13, and I am so excited about what we got for today. Listen, we got a jam-packed show. Give yourself a chance day. We're going to talk about Lakers giving back, literally. We're going to talk about the AMC Theater being angry. We are going to talk about being black AF. I recognize, I've been doing my demographics. All of y'all ain't black. Hey, y'all, hey. But today, we talking about being black AF. So you just had your popcorn. Set your butt down right there because this is for all of us. We are one family, but you can't comment. Planting seeds for promotion and new business. We're going to talk about that. I got some really wonderful tips. I really think that I can share with you some value on how we can prepare ourselves professionally for where we want to be this time next year and get this money stacked up. I mean, this coronation situation is not going to be always. Eventually, we're going to come out on the other side of this. And so here's a great opportunity for us to start setting those seeds. All right, so let's see. Let's put our logo up there. You see that? Okay. So here's what had happened. Let me see. Chat, am I good? Can you see me, chat? All right, we're good. So AMC Theater's big man out here in these streets, y'all. What? And I'm just watching. So it was already interesting prior to, obviously, COVID-19. The theaters was, you know, if you could see it, you got to see that the theaters have to be suffering, right? Our movie tickets are like super expensive. The popcorn, like everybody has complaints, and especially when they just stay home. You ain't got to put on no bra to stay home and watch Netflix, right? So the movie theaters done already had their challenges, and as with everybody universally, the COVID-19 pandemic has come in and really affected every business model, has impacted them. Most people negatively, but some people have been winning. A lot of winning comes with these streaming services. They were ready and they've been on here to capture our attention. So the Trolls movie by Universal Studios or Universal, they decided we can't wait for y'all movie theater to open back up. We got to get these cartoons out to these kids now. So Universal went ahead and dropped their movie. What? Racking up $95 million in 3 weeks, y'all. $19.99. Get these kids to sit down somewhere. We can pay, and look, I can see it. It's the new movie. Anything you can do to get these kids to shut up. All these colors and stuff. The troll look. That picture is pretty. But so they circumvented their normal process of distribution going through the movie theaters, and of course that means the AMC didn't get this money. So AMC is looking at every week with these numbers going up like, dang, those are supposed to be some of our coins. AMC got employees to pay, bills to pay, and so they are upset. So they issued a statement, big mad. Like, oh, you know what? Going forward, this is not necessarily how they did it, but in my mind, they was like, going forward, we not playing Universal movies anymore. Now, between me and you, I mean, who am I? I'm just here trying to fix some sound, so I don't know. We talk about what's already happening. But between you and I think it might be one of those cut off your nose, spite your faces situation, because consumers are like, but AMC, it's already a reach for us to come out there. I just don't personally, I don't see, if they don't play Universal movies, they're cutting off more opportunity to get the people to come in. Like, we're already not coming. Tell me what you think. What you think about that? Should AMC stand by me? Sorry, you didn't ask for that. I don't need to be singing anyway. I need to be focused. So do you think that AMC made a good call? Because, I mean, it's a principle, right? So, like, they've been in relationship for years. You go through the movie theaters. Now, for the distribution type situations, Netflix and them, when you go through the streaming route, my understanding is like the Universal, those type of companies, they can get up to like 90% or whatever of their profit, as opposed to going through the movie theaters where their profit margin is cut to maybe like 50 or 60%, because obviously it's more expensive for them to go and send their movies through the theater. So do you think that AMC, that's the right move to play? Now AMC is hurt because they're like, this is what y'all been doing. Y'all been coming here. And if AMC, obviously they don't have those movies, it affects their money. So, I can see points on both sides, but I'm really interested. Do y'all even go to the movies? How y'all do y'all movies? Do we, what do we do? Matter of fact, what are we going to do when this is over? Because we got to have a meet and greet. We got to have a couple meetups. All right, so tell me about what you think about that. The Lakers give back. So the Los Angeles Lakers, they've been going through, they done had a year, man. So recently, the Lakers have given back $4.6 million. They gave it back to the Protection Program loan. If you ain't hear about this, did you think that I was like give back like to the community? No, ma'am. They're literally giving back the money that they have taken from the that little payback program. So obviously, as we know, Congress allowed all of this money to go out to save these businesses and etc. They had their requisites. Whatever the requirements are in the Los Angeles Lakers, obviously they met it. They were on top of it. They got some coins. Well, once the spokesperson said that once they realized that they ran out of money, then they decided to give theirs back so that people with maybe greater needs had the opportunity to get some money. Now, I hear people are like, first of all, why they take the money? That's messed up. Like, why? That ain't, they shouldn't have took the money anyway. I see that a lot of companies, these large banks, what we consider to be large banks and million-dollar businesses and et cetera, have been taking money and have been taking advantage of these opportunities. And it's really been making people very upset and angry. My thought process is, when I get rich, don't y'all come for me. If I qualify to get some money, I'm going to get it, okay? Now, I will disperse it accordingly. I don't know. I mean, it's easy to say what you will do before you get it. I'm just trying to fix my sound. I'm just trying to mind my business and figure out how to give y'all a video with no technical difficulties. So let me focus on where I am right now. In May 2020. Are we in May yet? We not in May, but May is coming. Hey, May is the best month. Okay, focus. Anyway, so a part of me says if they qualify for the money, they did what they were supposed to do. If it was not illegal for them to accept this money, how do we know that they don't owe somebody? How do we know that they don't need it? I don't know. Then the other part is like, okay, yeah, well, you should. I mean, should they wait? Like, is it will y'all go ahead for? I don't know. There's so many schools of thoughts on it, but I do know that I don't want to have like this broke mentality, this entitlement mentality. Well, that ain't right. They got money, so they should wait. Like, I don't know. It's both on both hands. I read this book, Rich Dad Poor Dad, by Robert. I think his name is Kiyosaki, but because it came out so easily, it makes me think that might not be it. But I know that the name is Rich Dad Poor Dad, and my eyes were open because I remember in a part in the book where he was talking about how the Robin Hood story, that fairy tale, Robin Hood steals from the rich, gives to the poor, has really crippled us. That mentality is dangerous if you are the poor waiting around and expecting for the rich to be stolen from to take care of you. Now, I know that there's other people, they have better advantages, or other people, blah, blah, blah. I get that. I'm not saying that. But there is a mentality in a space that says, well, I don't have nothing, and they should just give to me just because I don't have. And so I'm just really trying to be stretched right now for myself to learn what part of my own thinking is thinking, what part is right, what part is appropriately woke and maturing, versus what part is just this entitlement and this systematic oppression that wants me to just sit down, be powerless, not try to get my own, not be. Y'all ain't asked for all of that. Y'all ain't asked for all of that. I went there though, didn't I? I was supposed to go through these coffee and communication. Look, this segment is not black philosophy, although it feels like it is right about now. What coffee and communication is, we're talking about current events and trending news over coffee. But this is so interesting to me. So when the current events happen, y'all, we got to talk about it. So let me know what you think about the Lakers accepting that money. Like, should they have taken it? I think it's beautiful that they gave it back. I mean, obviously that they gave it back. Now I don't know if they gave it back once it was public outrage. I don't know that piece. But they gave the money back because they said that more people were in need. Congressman ran out of money. They were okay to lose the $4.6 million. Boom. But should they have taken it? What is your perspective? Should these rich companies take it if they're qualified for it? Should they have applied for it? Are they supposed to wait? Like, where is the line? So I'm really interested in reading your comments there. Moving on. Black AF. Let's talk about Black AF. Now listen, I am Black AF, okay? But there is a show, Black AF. Have y'all seen it? Black hashtag Black AF. You want me to say it? You want me to say the cuss word? Because you know I do it. For those of you who's your first time watching the show, I am a stand-up comedian. I am a clean comedian, meaning that I don't curse on stage. But I will do it on this show. I'm about to cuss. I was cussing with the sound off. Y'all ain't hear me. So Black AF creator Kenya Barris. So he is the creator of Black-ish and Grown-ish and Mixed-ish. You seen that? And so now he has this new series on Netflix that's Black AF. And so the series is basically about his life. I mean, it's written. He is a very wealthy Black man with the family. I think him and his wife maybe got like 6 kids. I don't know. They got a slew of them jokers. And the story just kind of follows them, their life, their journey. It's an inside look into their world. And there's been a lot of critic. What you say, Chet? Huh? Critics have said that it's not really that Black AF. Like, there's a lot of conversation and commentary around how Black it is. That it's not Black enough. That it's not realistically Black. There's been quite a few. What'd you say? Okay. Black critics have questioned Kenya's lead role, his wife, the one that's playing his wife, she's biracial, just talking about the ability for them to share a Black experience because there are these rich people or you got these biracial experiences, and basically just trying to say it's really not that Black AF, or having a lot of commentary about his take on the Black AF. I'm really interested in seeing, let me know, if you've seen this series, you've heard about it, what your thoughts are. But I think that it's really interesting. I mean, he had this one episode in particular. If you haven't heard of it, at least check out the episode with him and Tyler Perry. I know y'all have heard about Tyler Perry. I've been looking at the demographics. I know who y'all are. So he had Tyler Perry up there and really talking to Tyler Perry because Tyler Perry is another media mogul. He's another creator of content. He's a Black man that creates content, and that's really important for us, especially nowadays where we as Black people are talking about where's our representation, who is speaking on our behalf, who is sharing these narratives and these stories that are really not specific but really represent Black culture. And so Tyler Perry has his own little genre, and a lot of people have commentary about Tyler Perry's movies. Like, They always got this same little narrative about the black woman being treated wrong. They always got this same old church spin. They always have these whatevers, and that's a genre. Now he also box office hit after hit after hit, show after show after show. So he talks about on the show how he is speaking to his audience. He knows who his audience is, and it resonates with him, and that is the life, that is the narrative that he saw. So that's his story, that's his viewpoint. He's telling it. So with Kenya, the same rules apply. I mean, you know, he's uber rich, and his family is what it is, and that's their experience. But they're not any less black than me, than each other, and so therein lies the question with some of us black consumers that are very opinionated. Is like, well, what do we want? You know, like we want somebody to be speaking up for black people. We want art and culture, or art, movies, music, to be representative of us. If we want representation, then we can't then go and tell somebody, well, you got to make something that's black, but it can't be your version of black. Who your black is, it got to be my black. I don't know. I think that we should really allow these various genres, because that helps to show that we are not these one type of black people. Basically, I'm trying to appeal to y'all, like, stop, leave the man alone, because when I roll out my Miss Deal series season 2 again, and any other work and stuff that I'm going to be producing, it's going to be my version of black. And my version of black is cornball. Cool. You're going to get these cornball jokes. You're going to get my narrative. And so it's a great moment to kind of see, how are we judging the art that's coming out from black people? But yeah, let me know in the comments if you've seen the series. Let's do a watch party. One of y'all gonna have to push the button, because clearly that don't need to be my job. But I would love it. Maybe we can do a meetup and we can watch some of the series together. Lastly, in our coffee and Coronication segments, y'all, did you know that the Pentagon released some videos? Honey, they seeing UFOs around here. Let me tell y'all something. If seeing UFOs is not a sign, we're in a global pandemic. Okay? It's almost becoming normal to where saying a global pandemic is just like, oh, it doesn't even have the same sting again. Friends over in Africa, they had locusts about the size of my head eating up the place. Last couple of days, they've been reporting multiple videos with seeing UFOs, okay? If this ain't a sign to take a chance on yourself, I don't know what it is. I'm trying to tell you, we can play all we want to. We can be afraid and be held back and be doubtful and be whatever all we want to. These are some crazy times. What can you lose? Honey, girl, go ahead and bet on yourself. Go ahead and do whatever that thing is that you said that you want to do. Stop being afraid of it. Look over your house right now. Go ahead, look out the window right now. I bet you there's an alien out there. Maybe not. But there's no point in you. Times are going to keep getting crazier. We're not going to be able to. We have no control over anything. Throw yourself out there. Take the risk. Jump off the ledge. We'll figure it out. If you fall and you die, I'll speak at your funeral. I will. Just speak at mine. Okay? Touche. All right, family. So listen. Many of you know that I am, I already told y'all over there, I'm a stand-up comedian. So next up, I have this stand-up comedy clip that I want to share with you. It is the same, it's from the same night as the one yesterday, so I got on the same thing. Don't you change it talking about, oh wait, this was from yesterday. It's not from yesterday, it's a different one, okay? So I want to do that. It's a couple of minutes, it's super funny, because my goal here is to motivate, inspire, and make you laugh. Then after that, we're going to come right back, and I'm going to share with you some practical tips that you can do today that are guaranteed to make an impression. Whether your goals for this time next year are to professionally, to advance, like via promotion, or if you're an entrepreneur, you want to set yourself up for bigger opportunities when we come out of this Coronication. Whatever it is, I really have a great opportunity or solution for you. So right after the break. It's not a break, but y'all know what I'm saying. I'm trying, okay? I'm trying.
Anybody feeling good today? Feeling good? You here? You alive? Things may not be perfect, but it could be worse, right? I'm feeling good, y'all. Listen, I feel like 2020 is my year. I am so close to being famous. I can feel it. Just want to let y'all know. We all on the way up together, y'all. You know what I'm saying? I can feel I'm so close. You seen the movie Harriet? Yeah, Harriet, Oscar nominated, shot right here. Your girl was not in that movie.
so this is what had happened. So my friend, she sent me a casting notice. She was like, "Ooh, girl, hey, listen. The movie Harriet, they're auditioning, girl. I think that you should try out. It's for a background slave. I think you'd be perfect." Perfect. That's how your friends do. They be coming for you. Watch your friends. They be like, "Et tu, Brute?" Or in my case with my friend, "Et tu, Shaniqua?" All my life I had to fight. Be perfect for a background slave. I was so offended. So I went to the auditions, right? Because let's be honest, I would be perfect to play a background slave. Can you see it? You can see it, right? Tell the truth. I'm humble. Y'all, I went in there, I was all hype. I was like, okay, I got this. I know what God got for me. I got this. Background slave part, easy. I was getting all hype, encouraging myself in the car, like, you a slave, who a slave? You a slave, who a slave? Okay. I got up in that thing. I was getting into character the whole way there. I just felt like that they would be like this. So this is my position. I was like, okay. You see my face? I mastered the face. Look at it, y'all. Look. Now, for real, I want y'all to see this. I want you to see because you got to look at the eyes. It's like the eyes I'm really proud of. You see, it's like hopelessness and despair. I've been working on this for the last 3.5 years. You know, Trump's presidency. So I'm thinking I got this part. I'm like, you know, she here. There's no need to fear. Your background slave is here. I got up in there, y'all. I did not get the part. I ain't get the damn. Ma'am, these are my dreams. Come on, break that. That won't the funny part. All my life I had to fight. Let me tell you why I ain't get the part since you so tickled. I didn't get the part, family, because your girl last year I had braces on my teeth. But since I mentioned it, let's talk about it. No, for real, it's $7,000. You gonna see this. If $7,000 was a person. So I had braces on my teeth, and the casting director's like, "Well, we're sorry, Miss Moore, you're not gonna be able to be in the movie because slaves, they like didn't have braces." I'm like, "How you know? You weren't there." She was like, "Well, it's a period piece, and so we want to make sure that these movies are accurate depictions of history." I'm like, "Since when? Y'all ain't been telling the truth. Why you gonna start telling the truth when I'm trying to get famous? Why you ain't lie like we do every other movie?" I was so mad, so mad. Can't get a background slave part, man. I was frustrated. I'm like, it ain't even no lines. I'm not gonna be talking. But yet, I'm not gonna be smiling. What in the world? Shit, like this a musical. Sun up to sundown, picking that cotton hook. Sun up to sundown, whipped by the master hook. Sun up to sundown, chains and shackles. No more auction block for me. No more auction block for me.
Can you hear me? Oh, yes. Thank you.
Not that I questioned myself at all, just... Hey, y'all, hey. All right, so listen. Oh, no. Since we just came from a video, I should say, we're back.
And we're back.
Okay, we're back. So listen, before we leave, I want to do our This Time Next Year segment. So the bulk of this show is about lifestyle, and it's about us moving forward in our lifestyle, whatever that looks like. So we are a community of people that are committed to taking steps towards where we want to be this time next year. So whether that's financially, in our relationships, in our health, professionally, whatever that looks like for you, together, we get up in the morning, we're motivated, we laugh, we're inspired, and we take action. And so professionally is what we focus on, whether that's you as an employee or you as an entrepreneur. We try to use Wednesday to give some tips towards moving forward in those goals. Today, your girl, me, that would be me, HR professional. I'm going to talk to you a little bit. I want to share some things that I've been using that I'm already seeing the payoff for. I'm telling y'all, listen to me, I'm wise. It's on Facebook, so you know it's true. I got something for you. So here's what you can do. As an employee, you ready? Start sowing your seeds. Now, obviously, the last thing that your employer want to hear right now is you talking about when I'm going to get a raise. That may not be it. But you can make an impression right now. What I'm suggesting that you do, just take this as a suggestion. I'm just your homegirl trying to hype you up. Write a letter to your an email, okay? Get on your next Zoom call with your supervisors, your managers, your bosses. Ask them, what can I help you with this week? What can I help you with next week? What can I help you do next month? Let me take something off your plate. This is not a situation. Make it very clear that you're not trying to get paid extra. What I want you to do is start thinking about sowing a seed. If you are very stressed on your job right now, imagine that your leadership is even more stressed. And when it comes time, when the dust settles, because it will settle, we don't know when it's going to settle, but things are going to have a new form of normalcy. It may not look the way that it was before, but there's going to be where we are smooth sailing, we got things together, and we're moving forward. The economy is going to come back up. More jobs and opportunities are going to be created. At that time, they're going to be looking at, all right, how do we expand? How do we move forward? Who is up? It's not always going to be the person that's the most qualified. It's also not going to be the person that's the most talented. It can very well be the person that meets the qualifications, but who was available at the worst time. Okay? So right now, everybody, like I got a couple of leaders, I've been talking to some managers, and they're talking about their employees got terrible attitude, trash attitudes, because they on the Zoom. Because we know everybody is being affected. We recognize that the circumstances are not what we would like them to be. They're not ideal. But employers are really taking note of the employees who have the best and positive attitudes. So today, what I'm encouraging you to do is start to plant your seeds for your promotion this time next year by literally, this is so simple, but I promise you it's going to make a major impact. Writing a heartfelt email, sending a heartfelt little message or communication in Zoom, asking for an opportunity to talk to them and say, listen, things is crazy. But now that I'm starting to get some peace, I'm focused, I'm here again or whatever, how can I help you? What can I take off of your plate so that we can steer this ship? Employers want to know that you are invested. This is going to be valuable for them. Trust me, when it comes time for that promotion, they're going to remember the person that helped them, okay? All right, now on the the entrepreneur side, here's a tip. I'm absolutely working this angle. Reach out to your clients, especially anybody who's already paid you, who's already been really good to you, and give them something for free. Now is a great time for everybody to be touching base. Now, if you can't afford to give something for free, don't give something for free. Like I can't right now afford to do an entire workplace morale boosting training because it probably takes me about between 10 and 14 hours to put together something solid, depending after the consultations, blah, blah, blah. Maybe not that much, depending on the depth of it or whatever, right? So I can't afford to do that. I don't have the time to do that. But I can do other things. What I've been doing is I've been reaching back. I put out an email blast and let my previous clients know, hey, I came and I laughed with you over the last 5 years. Just want to make sure that you all are doing well, that you are able to steer the ship. I know that times are crazy. I'd love to just give you a little clip, a little laughter, a little this, a little that. Let me know. And so what that looks like for me is just some short little videos to my audiences that I've already entertained before, to previous clients or work environments that have already used me to come in and talk to their employees or talk to their churches. I'm offering that and giving that back to them for free. What does that do for me? What that does is that puts me at the top of their mind when they come time to start hiring again. When an organization, a church or whatever, a business, fundraiser, when they start to have their events again, people are going to need to have events. They're going to need to bring their communities back together and like essentially relaunch. Who is somebody that they're going to be thinking about? They'll be thinking about me. Man, she reached out and did that for us for free. It was funny. It doesn't have to take a huge production. This is me explaining this for me, and then you apply that principle for you. But it does remind them that I'm out here. Also, it's very impressive to other people who maybe they didn't hire me. So over my career, I started off here and then I've grown, right? And so I've had moments or opportunities where maybe someone wanted to hire me and they're like, oh my gosh, now is the time where they realize, man, she was worth the investment. These types of things, this requires a mindset shift, but what it does is it separates you from the rest of the pack. Whether you're reaching out to your boss and making it very clear that you want to take something off their plate to help them, because the more they're at peace, the better they can do their job. If they're successful, you're successful. Or if it's you as an entrepreneur who's reaching back out to clients and saying, hey, let me give you a little sprinkle of this. Let me give you a little dab for this to just give you a little bit of peace. Again, it may not be something that can change and take the whole weight of the world off their shoulders, but whatever you're able to do that is valuable to them, then it will be impressionable. They'll remember you when it comes time for them to go ahead and get their client to start to do business again the same way. So I hope that that's really valuable. I want to give you, let me show you, I want to show you a little clip of what I've done for one of the churches that I've entertained before. So over the last 5 years, I've entertained them maybe 2 or 3 times. And I got a backlog, like a list. I'm doing 2 or 3 videos a week for my previous clients that have reached out to me. So let me show you that real quick. Hello, Pastor Evanson and my friends at World Outreach Worship Center. My name is comedian Allison Moore. About 5 years ago, I first laughed with you all at the Villa. I'm speaking in tongues already. The video just started and I'm see, that's how y'all ministry do. Got the fire burning all up inside of me. I'm bitter to the bashida. Okay, I'm sorry. About 5 years ago, my first time laughing with you all was at a volunteer holiday fellowship event. And then maybe about 2 or 3 years ago, we laughed again at around harvest time. And I just wanted to jump on here. What Pastor Council Valen told me, she was like, look,
my people need to be laughing.
So you know Pastor Council care about y'all. So she made sure to reach out to me to send you all a little bit of laughter, a little bit of joy, and a little bit of hope. Because you are always doing that for the community. You are World Outreach Worship Center, pillars of our community for years and years and years. A place where people, the saved and the unsaved, they come to and they find so much joy and strength. And so in this time, even though we have this COVID-19 pandemic, and boy, is it scary and challenging and everything else, I just wanted to remind you of who you are and how important you are to everybody else, and just take a second to make you laugh, to give you some joy. Obviously, I am in my kitchen, y'all, and I just want to let you know I have 3 children, and I told them, y'all better sit down so I could do this video for Pastor Evanson and us.
Sit your behind down.
I got about 10 more seconds before they're like, Mom, Mom, Mom. So listen, I love you. Be encouraged. Keep your head up. Because we need you. I need you. Lord knows I do. As soon as we come off of this, what I call a coronation, I will be back to laugh with you all soon. Thank you for everything that you have done. Remember, our hope is in Jesus. This too shall pass. We're going to be all right. We'll be in this together. And I look forward to worshiping with you again soon. Take care. Bye.
Hello.
All right, so don't talk about my baby head, okay? We doing the best that I can, okay? And by doing the best that I can, I mean I ain't touched it since we've been on this coronation. But I recognize, obviously, that's for ministry, and I really got to do that one over because it's Pastor Evanson, so I need to make sure that I don't let my Virginia twang interrupt my ability to communicate to that I have a relationship and I know who they are for my clients. But forget the message, you know, take away the church piece, the not piece, the whatever. That's a part of what I do for my audiences, right? So I'm a stand-up comedian in ministry or whatever. That's my relationship with them. But I just want you to have some ideas of ways that you yourself, as an entrepreneur, as a service provider, as a whoever, that you can figure out, okay, what is something that I can do that will be valuable and impressionable for my clients, that doesn't take much for me to do it, but that will put me in a position that when business starts ramping back up, I can hope and depend on some of these people reaching back and remembering me. And again, the same concept or principle, so to speak, you as an employee. What can you do right now that really makes a difference? For me and my team, there are 3 types of people. If you can do one of 3 things, you qualify to be somebody that's valuable to work for me. If you either save me time, save me money, or make me money. If you're not saving me time, if you're not saving me money, if you're not making me money, there's absolutely no point in you being on my team. And so that's the same way that your employers are looking for you. You are either saving them time, you are either saving them money, or you are either making them money. And if you can't figure out and identify where you're doing one of which, you need to fix that, because that means that your time is going to get really short. You're expendable. And if you can see how you can increase that, saving time, saving money, or making money, you will be so much more valuable and position yourself to be where you want to be professionally this time next year. I hope that was, that I ain't harass you to death, get a little too serious on you, but we got things to do, y'all. We got money to make. We got places to go. I know that your career paths have been interrupted tremendously because of this pandemic, but we don't have to give up. We need to be thinking strategically, thinking ahead, looking over the obstacle and the hardship, because on the other side of this, there's a great opportunity for us. It got our name on it, so we need to go and get it, okay? All right, so that's our show. I really appreciate you watching. You see here, we say down at the bottom, share with your mama and them. I mean it. I look at my audience and my demographics, and I realize, y'all, I used to say, so the team, we're putting together our avatar. We're really knowing and trying to understand who you are, because we want to make sure that I'm giving you content that, it's only been so long. Y'all gonna be like, Allison is so crazy. We so proud of her. We're doing her little show. I love that girl. It's only been so long that you can do that. You're already teetering in and out as it is. So it behooves me to make sure that I understand who you are so that I can give you content that you really want. That's not about me. It's not self-serving. That's about you, right? So I've been looking at y'all. I've been trying to figure out who you are. We got the team out here. Everybody scrolling. If you're watching and you're an engager, you'll probably be getting some messages really soon asking questions. Tell us so that we can make sure that we're giving you stuff that you want to see that's entertaining and motivating to you. But what I have learned, I used to say, oh, my audience is like 35 plus. My audience is, that's not true. It is not true. What I have learned is my audience, although there are many 35 plus type people, really my audience is a 55 plus year old. So hey y'all, hey. I love y'all. So I'm working on things that matter to you. And if that is not you, you better tell me. You better tell me now. Every segment going to be AARP-ish. Because listen, I got to be loyal to who is loyal. Thank you for watching. As you know, we got to run our credits, y'all. I want to shout out the More Laughing in the Morning Show team. That's Richard Press, Sheree James, Rosalind Gervin, Paris Boynes, Tabitha McNeil, Amara Diaz, Laura Kinsey, and me, comedian Allison Moore. Remember, we have a page on Facebook, More Laughing in the AM. Please go over there and like that page. Soon we'll be streaming out of there. So if you're only here in the comedian Allison Moore world, you're going to miss us. Also, we're on YouTube, so you can always find the uploads there. I really appreciate your love and support, y'all, and hanging out with us on our hashtag Journey to TV. Don't just take a chance on me. I want you to take a chance on you. Trust yourself, and I will see you tomorrow. Tune in tomorrow, Thursday, 8 a.m. I will try to make sure that the sound is on so you can hear it. I love you all. Go ahead and dance real quick before you go.
It's time to get, it's time to get, it's time to get up. Yeah. It's time to get moving. It's time to get up. Yeah. It's time to get moving. Hey. I'm up. I'm up. Come on. I'm up. Come on. I'm up.
And the only time I'm down is when I dance in.
In the shoulders, in the shoulders, in the shoulders. In the shoulders, in the shoulders, in the shoulders. In the shoulders, in the shoulders, in the shoulders. And the only time I'm down is when I'm dancing. In my knees, in my knees, in my knees, ayy. In my knees, in my knees, in my knees, ayy. In my knees, in my knees, in my knees, ayy.
And the only time I'm down is when I dance in.